Hey guys, how you doing? I'm excited to make this video because I'm about to put up some crown molding, and I have this little device that I've had for quite some time now. I'm gonna say maybe even 5 years, maybe even longer. However, I've never really truly used it. I always used my electric miter saw. But I'm gonna talk to you not as an expert, but just as a homeowner who's trying to save a little cash, adding a little value to the home by putting up crown molding without spending tons of money with another man who has two hands that can do the same job that you and I can do with just a little time and effort and a research. Well, I'm going to try to make this a little bit easy so you can do it too. Okay, so if you order this thing, I forgot how much I paid for it, but it's going to come with all the tools you need. First, you're going to get the box itself, and you're going to get an angle transfer. You're going to use this to transfer your angles, and it comes with a saw, so you don't even have to buy anything. It comes with a miter saw. As you see, this one's used. I've used it, but not to put up anything in the ceiling, but I've used it. Tomorrow I'm about to take on a project of putting up crown molding, and I don't want to pay nobody because I'm cheap. And I think I'm smart enough to do it myself. So there's a lot of products out there. There's some scientific ways of doing it with the miter saw. I don't have time for the mathematics. This takes the guesswork out. So let me show you how it works. Pretty much, you just take this and you put it in the corner. Let me see if I can find a corner to show you. Okay, so basically you find a corner. Most corners are 45-degree angles on each side, makes it a 90-degree angle. Basically, you're going to take this device. Let me see if I can do it. One hand. Hold on. We're going to take this device to transfer. Okay, so we're going to take the transfer device. We're just going to slide on the wall. That's so. And we're just going to push it up into the corner. As you can see, I know it's kind of dark. And once we do that, we're going to lock in this angle by using that little bolt that comes with it right here. Let me show you, bring it over here. We're going to just tighten this down so we don't lose our angle. And pretty much that's it. And now we're going to come back to the miter saw, and we're just going to transfer the angle. Now we just do that by putting this into the holes. If it don't fit, that means we have to make an adjustment on the miter box. So just hold on a second. Okay, so I just want to show you that you can actually adjust this, see, in and out. So we're going to start on this side. This seems to be the side that gives you a larger angle. So once again, we're just going to place this right here, and then we're just going to bring the box in to meet up with it. Slide it in, and I'm using one hand. Slide it in, and it should look like that for that angle. I may have moved it a little bit. And once we get that angle, we're just going to turn the box back around. Now these angles could be on this side too. It depends on the size of the angle, but we're going to lock down the box so it don't move while we cut. So we got these little nuts right here. That one looks like it's done already. Bring the box around, and we're going to be cutting from here. And as you see, we got this here fence that we're going to use, and we're going to talk about that fence in a minute. Okay, so once you made your adjustment, you should have something that looks like this, and this is for this wall. Your wall could be a little wider or a little less, a little more narrow, and we just move this out the way. As you see, we have the fence. Now, this fence, if you can see, it says ceiling. You can do it that way, and I'm going to show you that in a second. So basically, let's start with the left side. We're just going to take the fence, and we're going to put in one of these pegs. And depending on the size of the molding, well, depending on which one of these pegs you will use, because you want it to fit just like it's going to fit on the wall. Now, that says ceiling. Now, for this particular molding, as you see, I got the bottom marked as the top. Now, my understanding is that this decorative part is actually the bottom, and this cove part is the top. So, as you see, that said on this fence here, it actually said ceiling. I don't know if you can see it says ceiling. So you can do it either way. I went for the ceiling at the top, so I had placed it this way with the profile of the cove right here, and that's that being the ceiling. However, you will see, other than using this box, it's been recommended, let's say we use a regular miter box or saw, the ceiling part will go here. Now you could do it that way. Now if you cut it with the ceiling part against the fence, as it says ceiling, this is the ceiling, the cold part. Remember, after you finish the cut, this is not going to be on the left side of the wall. You have to turn it over and it'll be the right side of the wall. And the same thing with this side. But I like to keep it simple, and I like to just put it right in like it says in the commercial, almost like a set it and forget it, and make the cut. Boom, done. And trust me, I don't have the other piece of wood. It does match up. If you move, another important thing is to try to keep this as steady as possible. Now, the problem that I have with this box is on this side, on the right side, to make the left side cut, because I'm right-handed. So when I put it on this side, I have to cut with my left hand to make sure, you know, to get the cut right. And it takes a little longer, a little more effort, and I have to be careful not to have the fence move around. What I don't like about the fence in this position, unlike these positions, you can't lock it. Like, see here, you can lock it here. It just snaps right on, you can lock it. I'm not sure if I was to cut it using that profile, would it work? Because you see it's a little low. I'm not sure. I may experiment, if I have extra left over, I may experiment with that to see. Because if that's the case, then I would start cutting it with that fence. That'll keep it from moving. Keep it in this peg. And you have the same inserts over here. So that's pretty much it. There's really not much to this box. So if you have this box, you plan on getting it, I think you can still buy it on the as seen on TV or wherever a specialty store is. Let me know, how it works for you. I'm going to use it